Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be the 4-month update for my Pan That palette and a monthly update on my baby Pan That palette. Let's start with my update on my baby Pan That palette first. My baby Pan That palette is a little Lancome duo that I started working on in December of 2018. It was supposed to be a little palette cleanser, something that I could work on really quickly, knock it out, move it out of my stash, and move on to something maybe bigger or another little palette cleanser. But here we are, a year and a half later, and it's not gone yet. Obviously, if I was working on just those two eyeshadows exclusively, they probably would have been gone by now, but makeup monogamy is hard, and I have trouble only wearing the same eyeshadows day after day. I also have a lot of eyeshadows, so I like to play around with a variety of colors and looks, and that's part of the fun. So quite a while back, I repressed the two eyeshadows into my Pure Go Nude palette. This was my Pan That palette for 2018, so it made sense that they were all right here where I could access them. And I have finished one of the eyeshadows already, so let me show you a quick clip of what this palette looked like last month. And here is what it looks like now. So this is the remaining shade of my Baby Pan That palette. It's just this one right here. These two are not part of my Baby Pan That palette. They're part of this original Pure Go Nude. I do use this eyeshadow in my eyebrows every single day, and I am making progress on it. Hopefully that will show from the before clip to now. This one I really haven't touched at all. I feel like maybe I've used it once, but I'm not really working on this one right now. My goal for this guy right here was to start working my way towards the edge to hit side pan. And I have identified this edge right over here as the weak link. And so that's where I'm focusing my brush every single time I use this eyeshadow. I'm working my way right here. And I do think that although I probably haven't expanded the pan much, I have thinned out this side of the eyeshadow quite a bit. But as always, I won't know until I'm editing and I have the clip of last month right next to the clip from this month to compare. A lot of you guys have messaged me and asked if I'm going to do a video talking about which palette I'm going to choose next for my Baby Pan That palette. And because so many of you guys have asked for that, I think I will be doing that once I'm closer to finishing this off. But I feel like I'm so far away still. I feel like I have such a long way to go. So that video is not coming quite yet, but I will do a video talking about which small palettes I'm looking at to pan for my Baby Pan That palette next. So that's where we are for that guy. All right, let's talk about my Pan That palette. I decided to do the Pantastic Ladies Panning Solitaire project for 2020. This project was created by Erin M. And the whole point of this project is that it's a progressive, starting with a single eyeshadow, moving on to a double, a trio, a quad, up and up and up until the year is over. We can take it as high as we want to. We were encouraged to make the project our own. I've seen people do this project in so many different ways, both on Instagram and here on YouTube. It's been really fun to watch. For me personally, I decided to start with a single, a duo, and a trio. And that is, of course, 6 eyeshadows total, which seems reasonable. And if I can finish even one eyeshadow out of the 6, I'll roll in a quad. If I finish a second eyeshadow, I'll roll in a quint. That hasn't happened yet. I haven't finished a single eyeshadow yet. And I'm not working on all 6 of these eyeshadows consistently. There's only 3 that I'm really working on out of the 6, which is too bad. But let me show you where I'm at with those right now. For the single, I chose the Sephora single in the shade Outrageous Metallic Beige. It is gorgeous. I did a get ready with me using this eyeshadow in the last month. I will link that down below if I can remember to. But this is just a really pretty, nice lid shade. There's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. I have no complaints about that. I just haven't been reaching for this as much as I thought I would, which is so me. That is so me to say that. I say it all the time, but I always imagine I'm going to be using the eyeshadows I put in my project pans daily, but the truth is I have like 30 eyeshadows in project pans, so that really leaves me using them once a month. And then I'm disappointed when I don't make any progress. If I want to start making some real progress on my eyeshadows, I'm going to have to change that for next year, but it's more fun to have 30 eyeshadows than to just be working on one every day. So this is where I am with this guy now. I've probably used it 2 times in the last month, and that's about it. No real progress. My current goal for the past 2 months has been to wear away the pattern, and I still haven't done that yet. The pattern is still there, but I am focusing my finger or my brush right there when I use it. Hopefully the pattern will be gone soon. For my duo, I chose this Smashbox Full Exposure. There's no name, there's like numbers, but I think these are just 2 shadows from the full-size Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and this is what it looks like now. So I've really only been focusing on this bottom matte shade, the top shimmery gold shade. I have not been using very consistently, maybe 1 time in the last month, but I have gotten quite a bit of use out of this bottom shade. I've probably worn it 15 times out of the past month. And I'm not focusing my brush in one particular spot. I am trying to just drag the brush across the entire pan evenly. Oops. But I do seem to be starting to form a slight dip right in the middle, which is not showing at this point. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a dip at all, but there is the slightest dip right in the middle of this matte pan right here. When this project started in January, I was really disappointed by this matte shade. I felt like it wasn't pigmented enough. It wasn't really showing. There must have been something with the formula that I needed to get past that first layer, because it's working much better now and I'm much happier with this eyeshadow. I still need something a little bit darker than that for most occasions, but it does make a very nice first shadow to put down when I'm starting any look. It's very neutral. It's a beautiful color and it's a great first shadow to put down for any look. So that's where I'm at with this little duo. No pan yet, nowhere near finishing it, but making progress and getting good use. And finally, let's talk about my little trio. I went with this Physicians Formula Baked Trio in the shade Baked Oatmeal. The lid broke a long time ago, so aside from the fact that I think this package is a bit unnecessary and bulky, this broken lid has really motivated me to finish this off. And so I am trying to focus in on this one more than some of the other ones, and this is where I am now. I have not been very consistent with using these 2 shades right here, but this one I use every single day that I wear makeup. If I wear makeup, I am working on this shadow. I like to apply it wet as a brow bone highlight before I do anything else. And I do think I'm making pretty good progress on that one little shadow. That's the one shadow I have some progress on. It's getting flatter along that ridge, and the pan is expanding in the middle. It's baked on there, so there's no metal pan, but that's a baked tray, or I don't know what you'd call it, like a baked plate that this is on, and we are getting there. I think 2, maybe 3 months, and that will be gone. So I'm really happy about that. Let's talk about goals for next month. They're pretty much the same goals from last month, since I didn't really hit any of my goals that I set for myself last month. I would like to continue working towards side pan on my baby pan that palette. I will be focusing my brush right there and working my way over to the edge. For my single, I would like to wear away the pattern on the single. For my duo, I would like to continue using this in every single eye look that it is appropriate for, which is at least about 15 eye looks. Not that I'm keeping track, but I would like to use this as much as possible when the look calls for a mid-tone brown transition shade. Hopefully I will have pan in the next couple months. And for my trio, I would like to keep working on this brow bone shade and use it in every single look because I want this gone. And my goal is to flatten out the ridge and continue expanding the pan. All right, that is it for this update. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
What's that noise?
Little ASMR.
Oh my goodness. That's so bad.
For my single, I would like to wear, hold on Kitty, don't drink, close the bathroom door for me.
Don't drink the toilet.
Yeah, she's totally gonna drink the toilet water. Thank you. You have to wait.
Whoever's birthday is it, happy birthday. Like,
That's really nice of you. That's really nice of you. You're a sweet boy.
thank you, Mommy.
Is there something you want to say?
Bye.